Yep, let's go over blood. So if you're new here, my name's Sandra. I have a set of encyclopedias from the 1920s, and she's asking this question because we saw another lady made a video talking about how some of us were taught when we were young in elementary school that our blood was blue and that it didn't turn red until it hit oxygen. But some people said they weren't taught at all, so we were trying to figure out why did they do that. So let's go over it. Blood, the red liquid of the body. And again, this is from the 1920s. I was born in 1982. So why on earth did they even, why? Excuse me. From 1/10 to 1/13 of a healthy person's body consists of blood. The blood of a horse equals 1/18 of the body weight. The blood of an ox is about 1/23. Blood is about 8/10 water. This water keeps the organs of the body moist and flexible, but its chief office is to carry nutrients to the tissues and waste away from them. Although not the first to understand the circulation of the blood, Dr. Harvey of London was the first to announce distinctly that the blood is forced by the contraction of the heart through tubes or arteries to all parts, including the utmost extremities of the body, and that it is collected again by tiny drainage tubes, which unite into larger and larger veins until they pour the blood back into the heart again. To complete its circuit, the blood is forced by a similar system of outgoing arteries and incoming veins through the lungs. It is then ready for another trip through the body. A round trip occupies from 15 to 30 seconds. The blood of a horse circulates in 31 seconds. As stated, the water of the blood is a carrier. The lungs and the digestive system pour gases, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sugars, salts, and fats, lime, iron, and all kinds of food into the blood, which whirls the molecules along its current and deposits them where they are needed to build up bone, muscle, sinew, and fat. Material no longer needed by the body is dumped into the veins and drained away, to be taken care of and expelled through the lungs, the kidneys, the skin, or the alimentary canal. Of course, the blood carries whatever is poured into it. If one's food is unwholesome, the blood carries poor building material. If the water one drinks, the air one breathes, or the food one eats contain germs, the microbes of disease, the blood carries them promptly to the tissue. Malaria, for instance, is nothing more or less than the presence of countless numbers of microscopic animals introduced into one's blood in the first interest by the bill of a certain mosquito. Although the blood cannot refuse to carry germs or disease, nature has made a wonderful provision to render them harmless. The blood is full, literally swarming with white spherical corpuscles of cells that feed on bacteria. If one is in health and well nourished, the chances of that these white cells will take care of the harmful animals and bacteria. In famine-stricken districts where the people have thin blood lacking in vigorous white cells, contagious disease is most likely to get a footing and become an epidemic. The color of the blood is due to still more numerous red cells or corpuscles in the proportion of 99 red cells to one white cell. So I want to know whose idea was it to say that and to even teach that, because I remember specifically we were taught that in elementary school in the late 80s and early 90s. They are so numerous as to be beyond comprehension. 5 million to a cubic meter. They are flat discs pressed inward on each face. They run through the fine capillaries face to face like a roll of coin. In most animals, the red cells are circular, but in the camel and in reptiles, they are oval. The red cells of the various animals differ greatly in size. Those of a frog are very large. Those of a sheep are small. Human corpuscles may be identified, therefore, under a microscope. More than one blood-stained knife and many a blood-stained garment have been examined to ascertain whether the telltale spots were caused by human blood. It is literally true that blood cries out against a murderer. Millions of red corpuscles break down in the body during every second of time. New ones are supplied by the red marrow of the bones. It's all red, where they are produced and sent into circulation. The number of red corpuscles varies with conditions. They increase in high latitudes. They often decrease during disease in the body, producing a condition called anemia. The red corpuscles are the carriers of oxygen. Arterial blood, or blood going outward, has a bright red color due to oxygen freshly obtained from the lungs. Venous blood, or blood returning through the veins, is dark, not only lacking oxygen, but laden with waste matter. See, but it doesn't say that it's purple. The blood of animals is warm or cold according to the amount of oxygen it carries. Cold-blooded animals do not require to breathe so freely as the warm-blooded animals. The proper temperature of the human body is about 98 degrees Fahrenheit. The circulation of the blood equalizes the temperature of the body. Cold-blooded animals have the temperature of their surroundings. The blood does not supply enough oxygen to keep them warm. Warm-blooded animals are supplied with oxygen from the blood. Their bodies possess a temperature in a degree at least independent of their surroundings. The power of the blood to keep up the temperature of the body is indispensable to animals' life in cold countries. The Eskimo, and in fact all people living in wintry climes, would be frozen solid were it not that the blood carries oxygen to all parts of the body and keeps the temperature very nearly constant at 98 degrees. Blood possesses a peculiar quality of clotting on exposure to air. Blood is composed of clear liquid and of blood cells or corpuscles. The liquid is called plasma. If plasma is exposed to the air, thread known as fibrin are formed. These fibrin threads entangle and enclose the corpuscles, forming what is known as a clot. This quality of clotting or coagulation closes wounds, if not too serious, and prevents bleeding. Psychologists are satisfied that clotting is not due to the fact that the blood has ceased to be in motion, nor is it due to exposure to the air. They do not know why blood clots, neither do they know why it does not clot while within a healthy blood vessel. So, nothing about blood being blue. So again, I'm wondering when they started that. I'm going to do another video saying what it says from the encyclopedias from the 1890s.